这样可以翻译的，反正从韩国频道到了，厉害里面的产韩国就是这个字。
system to different regions, and then you want to make it consistent. So automation is a good way. You don't need to implement one by one using your manual implementation. This is say that if without automation, then everything needs to have a manual. You need to go to the management console and then configure everything here. The data, network, instant, database. And then this is a disadvantage or risk for manual process. Manual cannot support the repeatable replicate your deployment, and then don't have version control after you update the system. Then later you want to roll back. Then very difficult because you manually update or change your system. Then unable to trace back what is your changes, and then cannot audit. And then inconsistent data management also, the configuration different for your different EC2. So, one architect principle, they say that operational excellence is you can perform your daily operation as code. Like every day you want to launch 10 EC2, and then you use code to launch instead of you use human to manually click to launch them. Then you can reduce the human error. Make frequent and small changes, reversible changes. So if any changes, you can reverse back automation. This is under operational excellence. Reliability. Make changes in automation, increase the reliability also. Then the bottom say that anything about manual process cannot achieve these two goals: operational excellence and reliability. Then we go for automation. The first thing we can do automation is using the cloud formation. Cloud formation actually is a template file. It's a file that inside you can state what is the resource you want to create. And then you will have to create the resource, which ability choose, what is the EC2, what is the T2 micro, insert that, all these things. And then they call this a stack. The stack is your collection of your resource you create. One template file will become one stack. And then they support the version controller. This is the process of how we do the cloud formation. First, you need to have a template file. This template file, you write the resource you want to create inside the template file. After that, you upload the template file in the cloud formation. After that, you will have a button, then you can click this create stack. After you click the create stack, you create all the resource formula. Then whenever you want to update the stack, want to delete the stack, all can run in the cloud formation. This cloud formation is going to teach you how to do it. Infrastructure as code means using your code to create your infrastructure. Cloud formation is the only way to do this infrastructure as code. And then the file they write in the template file is human readable, so it's look like a normal language like EC2, and then do the EC2 instant tag, all these things. This human can read the file, and then machine consumable, the machine also can run the file. Then after the template file, you can replicate all your template, redeploy in purpose. What is the benefit? This one must study why we want to do the automation. Rapid deployment at a complex environment. Configuration is consistent. Simple cleanup. Because we have the template file, we create the resource to your track. When you want to delete all the resource you create in your template file, you delete your stack, then you delete all the resource you create in the template file. Simple cleanup. And you want to change something, you just modify the template file and then update the stack, then you will redo all the things for you. This is the benefit. Reusable, repeatable, maintainable. So for the cloud formation template file, two ways to write. One is using the JSON format, one is using the YAML format. So advantage when you use using a YAML file is you don't need to have a bracket character. There are see which one is the YAML? This is the YAML file. So YAML don't have this JSON. JSON got this bracket. YAML don't have the bracket. So you see that more easy to write. And then for the JSON advantage is majority of the system is using JSON format. So it supports more system. Then ask you to treat the template as your source code. So you don't need to write your own source code for your architecture. You can use the template file become your source code to launch all the infrastructure. This is more detail inside the template file. They can separate the three. One is parameter, one is resource, one is output. Okay. Parameter is you need to specify the runtime when you want to create a stack, like a key. What is the key you want to use it? And then region also can specify here a parameter. And then the resource is the resource you want to create, like you want to create EC2. Then you write EC2 inside here. Amazon EC2 instant. And then what is the image ID you want to run? And what is the instant type you want to use? And free. And then what is the detail equal to here? And then the output. Output is the value specified after your resource is created. Let's say you create an EC2 instant here, then you want you to return the public IP. So the public IP here, you can set at here. So the value reference EC2 instant, it will give you back the IP or something like that. This one gives you the IP only. The IP for the IP statement. Alright, then this is the cloud formation for the production and the development. You see at the left hand side where you have the production for your cloud formation. Then if you want to update something, you can edit the template file inside the template file. You edit like EC2, you want to change the EC2 instant to D3 touch. And then after you update this template file, you launch this template file at the development stage. Then you do the testing. This is how you can use the template file. So when you want to change something, you don't need to recreate everything from your production. You just need to use the template file to change something and then create, then you do the testing here. So save you a lot of time. Okay, change set. Change set is you can review everything before you implement to your real environment. So you have the original stack. This is your template file, original stack. And then you create a change stack, you want to change something. And then it can help you to view the environment. And then we use one, you need to change that. Drift detection. Right. This is a scenario for the drift detection. You see, application environment is created after the base cloud formation. You use the cloud formation template file to create this infrastructure. After that, you got someone to manually modify the security group. Let's say you open the port. So this security group, you change something. The TCP port, change, open the port. After that, you will detect this drift detection run on the stack. What is this drift detection is, okay, let's say all the resource here is based on the template file, then it will be in sync. Means that everything is same as the template file you specify. So let's say these people they modify the security group here, then the status of the security group will become modified. Then you will know that this security group is not same as the template file we specified inside. Okay, this one is called drift detection. So it says that in this scenario, what is the better approach if the teams want to modify the security group? So you don't manually edit the security group. So the best way is you go to modify the cloud formation template file inside the security group setting. The template file inside the security group, and then edit the security group setting, and then you update the stack. You got the update button after you edit the template file, you upload again, you update, click the update button. And then cloud formation will update the security group based on your template file. And then keep the model deployment sync with the actual deployment. This one is the best practice. If not, let's say you use a template file to launch this architecture. After that, if someone go change the security group, maybe got some bugs or anything. After you change, now working. But next time, people don't know one. They will use back the original template file to launch. Then you will have the same problem here. Because you don't know what you are changing at here. So the best way is to edit the template file. So next time when people launch the template file, they will solve all the problems previously. This is the best practice. Right, this is the scoping organization template. It says that when you write your template file, it's better to categorize. This template file is for front end, this template file is for back end, this template file is for share, network, security. So this is all of the web interface is under front end, the search payment is under back end, and then the CRM database security group is under the share service, and then VPC, VPN, identity is under the network, and then the IAM group roles is under security. This is the categorization. Then you have a quick start. Let's say you don't know how to start your deployment. Then you always can check for this quick start website. Quick start is a AWS website. You can just search for AWS quick start. This is the quick start website. Now after you go inside the quick start, then they got many deployment here. And then you can just search the things that you don't know. Let's say I want to create a WordPress website in the EC2 user. Then just search for WordPress. Then you'll come up some guidance for you. Okay, I just get one of them. Okay, this one is a guidance for launching a simple e-commerce website with WordPress on AWS. You want to create an e-commerce website using the EC2 and using the WordPress as well. Click inside. This is a simple step. They give you the architecture diagram. You're using a CloudFront. Why you want to use a CloudFront? Because when you use the EC2, if you just launch Apache or NGINX, then your web server don't have the certificate, and then you only can launch at HTTP. You don't have the HTTPS. Then you don't have the HTTPS means you cannot do the online payment. The online payment like PayPal, Visa card will not allow you to do this type of transaction because your website is HTTP only. So you need to have the certificate SSL. Then you only have the HTTPS. When you want to have the HTTPS, the most effective way or most easy way for our account is using CloudFront. When you use CloudFront, you also give you an SSL certificate in your website. The CloudFront URL will be HTTPS instead of the HTTP. For if you go to Google, YouTube, they will teach you guys using the certificate manager inside the AWS. But our educated account cannot use certificate manager. They already plan. They not allow us to use this service because it's a pay service. So we cannot use the certificate manager to generate the certificate. So you found that you never can have the SSL inside your academic account. But CloudFront is the way. So you use that CloudFront, and then this one is another service called Lightshield for you to create a website. Another service called Lightshield. And then this is a WordPress plugin. It is all the WooCommerce inside. So your WordPress have the e-commerce function. And then Elementor is the page builder. You want to edit the page inside your WordPress, then use the Elementor. And then still got what? Site analysis is for analysis. How many people come to your website? So this is all the function inside the WordPress. This is the architecture diagram only. I said you want to launch this architecture. You just go to the basic open implementation guide. This button. Go down here. This is all the things that quickly launch e-commerce website, automatic setup, predictable margin price. Let's go down. You can see the template. AWS formation template is here. So you click the template here. So you just download the template file. If you want to change anything, you can change that, but you don't need to change also never mind because this is already reconfigured. You just download the template file, and then you go to the CloudFormation dashboard. You upload this template file, and then just run this step. It will run the infrastructure for you. It will run all the things inside you specify. The WordPress, or the WordPress instance, something like that. You look at all the steps you still need to do. You can go to the one. You can cross run and then use the something to copy your result. This one is called AWS Quick Start. So if next time you don't know how to launch any infrastructure, you always can go to the quick step to check. Or someone already did it. Gold standard release that the best standard, your something like that, gold standard. Best for security, best practice, hack ability, the architecture already achieved the best practice. Like hack ability, different ability groups, different regions, something like that. And then they not open the port that you want to see. Alright, then you can go complete the lab. It will teach you how to use the CloudFormation, create a stack. This is the final product after you done the guided lab. Another automation topic. Another automation topic is talking about update. Let's say you have a lot of EC2 instance, a lot of database, then you need to update. But as a human, it's very difficult to update all the instance manually ourselves because too many instances already. At your server side, at the real environment, maybe you got 100 EC2 instances. Then you need to update one by one, it's very trouble. So they introduce you another one, it's called System Manager. System Manager you can find at the management console. You just start System Manager, you can go inside the System Manager. System Manager, you can have one function, is helping to automatically update all your OS and your program database EC2 instance. Auto update is just one example of inside the System Manager take a lot of functions. Just now you say it's a patch manager. Patch manager helps you to patch all your system. And then still got this one, parameter store. If you go through your Kaizen lab, you find someone for the lab, you find that they ask you to go to parameter store. Parameter store is all your password, database URL, all the things. Then you can go inside the parameter store. Still got a lot of things. This one is called System Manager.
Sir, about the quick start, the instance launch by quick start, just now the architecture directly show it is not necessary to any database at all. You can still connect it manually, right? Or like still already has
I did not launch for this one I never tried out. So the database we use it for maybe you just really need to try. The one thing if they did not create RDS database, then maybe they install the database inside the EC2 or something. Go try. This one is their sample.
our account will last until like this year, right?
Your account lasts until end of this semester only.
How can you sell that?
No problem. For those you want to use the AWS, you always can email me because every semester I also will teach cloud computing. So you just let me know, I add the entire class, go inside your next semester class, and to my next class student together. And they now got one new rules. New class only can last 6 months. Last time it's 1 year, now already 6 months. I think it's the next month start. And the credit also reduced to 50 USD already. So every class I create later only got 50 USD. Now you still got 100. Later we'll have 50.
And also get manipulation.
So just let me know if I forgot to add you guys in the new class, just let me know and then add you guys in the next class. So the next class will end at the next semester. One semester I will create a new class. Here, Outworks is the automation. Let's say you got a lot of EC2 instance, you need to configure the setting before you launch. Then Outworks is a good way to use. Is they have this chef and puppet to help you to configure everything. Like the automation using the puppet. Let's say you try using the website. Let's say you want to do some function to click this. Let's say you want to buy something, and then this something have the timeline 12 o'clock. Then it will give you the discount. Then you need to click this one, click this one, click this one. Then you can use a script to click all the website here. What you can do is do this Selenium driver. So Selenium driver, we got the web driver here. You can write your coding in the Selenium driver. Then you have to click. Selenium driver actually got support Chrome Edge, and then you can find the Chrome driver. Let's say you want to do automation and Chrome driver. Then you can go find the web driver for the Chrome. Then you can follow all the things. This Chrome driver will help you to do all the automation for the this one. So it's called automation. The puppet. Beanstalk is a platform as a service. So what you need to do is to prepare your code, and then you zip it, and then you upload to Elastic Beanstalk. Elastic Beanstalk helps you to launch your code. Challenge managing the infrastructure is very difficult, time consuming, and then have lack of consistency. The challenge is talking about why you want to have the automation. Easy way to do web application is use Elastic Beanstalk. And then all the this thing can done by Elastic Beanstalk. You can up the infrastructure, do deployment, and then load balancing and auto scaling also can be done at the Elastic Beanstalk. Manually we done also can practical 3 and practical 4 we done these two things now. But Elastic Beanstalk more easy. Inside got a function called auto scaling. Then you just click enable. Then you fill what is the minimum size and maximum size. Done already. You don't need to click many steps. So more easier Elastic Beanstalk. Auto scaling also same now, more easy to step. Use auto scaling and load balancing. And then having to keep monitor your resource, all these things. After you start your Elastic Beanstalk, your application URL will end with .elasticbeanstalk.com. Then your application name. This graph is show you this diagram will show you how the Elastic Beanstalk can create this auto scaling group, EC2 instance, security group, database. And the left side is the Elastic Beanstalk. This one, convenient. And then cloud formation is do it yourself because you write all your coding inside the cloud formation method and then launch the infrastructure. EC2, you have full control. So you have more control here, less control there, but less control is more convenient. But when you want to have more control, you always go to EC2 or cloud formation here. And then they tell you the guided lab, ask to do the cafe, now have many country, then you want to do the automation to launch the website. So use the cloud formation to complete the final product. Alright, just now we come back one. So I repeat again. Your syllabus cover at the module 10 only. The extra module no need to study. So extra module for those who want to take the real certificate, then you can go study all the module. This syllabus is same as the cloud solution architect. Not the practitioner. Practitioner is the basic one. Syllabus is under cloud solution architect certificate. Solution architect. So if you want to take the solution architect certificate, then you go study all the slides. So for final exam, you study under that. Come here, do the test. Let's say here. to load balancing the traffic that the auto-scaling group help you to launch a new server. This service will be used to send alert based on the CloudWatch alerts, SMS, send you an email or send you an SMS. Which are the following characteristics of AWS EC2 auto-scaling? Auto-scaling, it can respond changes condition by add or terminate server instance, and then it can launch the instance based on the image file, DNAS or Windows, and force minimum number of running instances for the minimum, maximum, and the desired to set the auto-scaling feature. What must be configured when you use ELB, elastic load balancing, listener, must have the listener to listen the traffic, then you have to route the traffic. Which of the following elements are used to create EC2 auto-scaling launch configuration? If you not use launch configuration, you already replace to launch standard. Launch configuration is the old one. Launch standard inside we need to have the AMI image file, instant tag, EC2 micro, E3 large, EBS for your server storage. And for that metric, anything about metric is generated by CloudWatch. So CloudWatch actually helps you to monitor the metric. The CPU usage all these kinds of metric. Element of auto-scaling group, minimum, maximum, desired. Log is plot here for all your files. Elastic load balancing, when the elastic load balancer detects unhealthy target, which of the following is true? Okay, when you detect unhealthy target, it will stop route the traffic and then resume the traffic when you get the target is healthy again. Maybe it's just a restart for your instance, then it becomes unhealthy. After restart, finish, then it becomes healthy again. Then ELB will have to balance to this instance again. And then you just route to the healthy target. What are three types of the ELB offer? We got application load balancer, network load balancer, and classic load balancer. What are some reasons we use automation? Lack of version control for manual process, alignment with the reliability. Still got one is operation excellence also is automation. What automation is a service you can use to create, model, and manage your AWS service. This one looks like a template file. The first describe is create the resource, not description for the resource. Cloud formation designer. Just now I forgot to say. Just now when we use the cloud formation template file, you can change it to become a designer view. Designer view is got an icon one. Let's say inside your template file got EC2, got ability tools, got security group. After you click the designer view, then you can have a visual view for all your resources instead of the code. This one is a graphical design interface. A good way to preview changes is use a change set. And then if you don't know how to set up, then you can go to quick start. The website. Then you've got a lot of EC2 one to patch. Then you can use the system manager. Almost is for you to do the automation now. You've got the puppet. You can check. Elastic Beanstalk for you to easily deploy auto-scaling website. Company want to deploy simple website using AWS, then got HTML, server-side PHP code, client-side JavaScript. When we see a server-side PHP code, then remember S3 is not the option anymore. S3 client-side JavaScript okay, but the server-side script not support in S3. S3 can do a static website, cannot do dynamic website. For dynamic website, you need to have a server or other things Elastic Beanstalk platform as a service can run your database inside your website. So it's called server side. and limit duration. You must have an application backend configuration that determines the launch time, find the solution, to do the automation. Automation helps you to do the configuration is this outputs. And that's what you account. Alright guys, today we're also using a code and file. I'll teach you how to use serverless. So you go to the classroom, download the code and file first. Today I really want to use this one. Power of Max. Alright, the first thing you want to do is create a website first, a simple website. We use this called Amplify. Amplify. Complete platform, framework, tools, and blah blah blah. It's a platform as a service also, Amplify. We just need to upload our code and it can host everything for us. Platform as a service. Instead of Elastic Beanstalk, Amplify is newer than the Elastic Beanstalk. And Elastic Beanstalk only can create websites. Amplify, you can create a mobile app as well. So now, you see I get stuck here. Okay, get stuck. And then Amplify Studio is for you to build a mobile app. And then today we build a mobile app. So now we build a website. We say Amplify hosting. Host your web app. You get stuck. I got a code for you inside the Power of Max. So you got it from the provider. The first thing is we need to put the app name. So for this app name, I will put Power of Max. The name for the application. And then the environment name, you can see one, you need to rename the index, but it's the same file name. Later you cannot use the same file name in the same directory. You can copy to somewhere else and then rename the index file. So for me, I will copy and I put at the document first. And for this original, you need to delete the file name must be correct. It's an index.html. But I confirm this is your HTML because I create one. So I just delete the behind one index. And you found that you cannot direct upload this index file to this platform as a service. See if I direct drag inside. You see unsupport content one because you need to zip all your project and then only can upload. So for this one, how to do that? You just right click and then compress it or send to compress something. Different computer, different. Just see it. After see it, just drag inside. Save and deploy, button, click the save and deploy. You'll start.
So, where do we start?
Huh?
How to start?
Right, first thing you need to go to the amplifier. Search for a service called amplify.
鸡蛋糕。电脑坏了。没有，那个手掉了。它没有电脑费。吓死我！你的电脑坏了。
My interface different already because I got one app inside already. So after you go inside amplify, you click the get start. Get start got two icons here. One is for studio. Studio is for mobile apps. Another one is for web hosting. The web hosting, you click the get start again. You go inside to just now that page. This page. Okay, after this page, you just click the deploy without link. And then continue. First thing is you need to type your name. So you type the power of Max. And then put the environment with TDD. And then for this one, you just drag the file inside and then you save it. After you've done this step, then everyone is happy already. You see the deployment access complete all. Then got a domain name here. So you click the domain here, you'll see your website already up. So this is how easy you have to use the platform as a service. You don't need to launch EC2, you don't need to install Apache server, because after the hosted, you will do everything for you.
换名字换去 index。
是。I think already lah, but if I want to deploy something, it's not just one index channel, but the entire what have I done like this? How do I do? Not an express server besides that is to run the server, so it will automatically run for me as well.
Suppose never try to do JS. Hey, got test the website or not? Hey, good already. Alright, all the website out already, huh? Alright, the second step I want to do is I want to do the function for our website. Just now in terms of front end, then I want to do a back end. My back end, I want to use a serverless concept to do my back end. So the back end we can do is lambda. So I open another new one, like this, open new one. This is for lambda. Run code without thinking about server. After you go inside the lambda, then you'll see a few functions here. This is a default function for the lambda. Don't touch anything here. You go create a function. In Microsoft servers computing is called Microsoft function. In AWS is called lambda. A lambda inside also is called function. Create a function means create a lambda function. Auto from scratch, we want to do our own lambda function. So we need to put a function name. This is the first step. So I will put a power of max function. Just put a name for the function name. And then the second thing we want to do is what is the programming language you want to run? Depends on what you want to be familiar with. I want to use Python. So choose a Python. Any version is okay one. It always appear most latest version at the top. If you want to use other Python function the version, then you just go down to the other Python function here. Now, okay. We need to use the execution row to run the lambda function. Normal row cannot run lambda function. Existing row, and then we choose the let row. This one is important step. If you don't choose the let row, later your all lambda function cannot run. Okay, choose the let row. And then we want to create a function. How a max function? The icon here, this is a lambda icon. And then scroll down a bit. You'll see this is a sample code. This is a hello world. In AWS, they got hello from lambda. This is a JSON. You input using a JSON. And now this is a handler, event, context. And then status code under this success. After success, this is a return 0, something like that. After success, then they use a JSON.down to write out hello from Lambda. So hello program.
So we set as Python and then we can immediately create a row.
That row. Since the that row you run now, if not you cannot run now. This is a very simple program. Remember, before you do this, I give you this Lambda original file. Open this Lambda original file. Copy everything. Paste it here. This one instead of iteration, I import another one called max. So I can use a max function like max.power 2 power 3, 2 power 4, something like that. Then I add one formula here. This formula is called max.power, max.power. And then I receive two numbers. This is a base number, this is an exponent number, like 2 power 3, 2 power 4, something like that. And then I store as the max result. Then I return the status code, also same use the JSON.down, and then write the result, and then this is the result of next result. Very simple program. After I finish my Lambda function coding, and then you can click the deploy button. Click the deploy button, click the deploy. When you deploy, you also save your file, and then because original, the Lambda original. Alright, so when we complete the Lambda function, we need to test this Lambda function working or not. That's why we always have a test button here. Before we need to do the testing, we need to configure a test case. So at this drop-down triangle here, you click, and then you'll see a configure test event. Click inside. It will ask you to put the event name. So I just put a label, I call this our max event. For you to do the test case event. Then go down. You see this key 1, value 1, key 2, value 2, key 3, value 2. This is what is the parameter you want to pass to your function to let you test. And just now I got the base and exponent. So for this key 1, I will change to base. And then the value 1 is the value you want to dump inside the test case. I put the 2 power or something. Then the key 2, I will change to exponent. Then what is the value I want to put? Maybe it's a 2 power 3. Never mind. You will detect one. Sometimes you do not have code, then you got problem. But you will code, never have problem. For the JSON. Okay, then we don't have the key tree, just delete the key tree. Just parameter go into test. Okay, save it. Behind you have formula after the tree. And then you click the test button. You see your result is 8. That's correct. So I pass the 2 and 3. 2 power of 3 is 8. You can see your function is run correctly. And you see how the lambda charge you. You see, if we run the duration, just now we click the run, that is a 2.18 second. But if you don't charge you 2.18 second one, you see behind the period duration, it's 3 seconds. So the AWS macro routine one, you run 2.18 second, it will charge you 3 seconds. This is how the lambda will charge you. So if you did not run the lambda function, it will not charge you. When you run, you will calculate by the duration you run and how powerful machine you run, like memory, how much memory you use. Then it will charge you based on this metric. Okay, all success, anyone can I get an 8? Hey, what about you? Alright, all success, then we get the 8 already. Now, we got the lambda function, and then we got the website. But if your website want to call your lambda function, because this is a 2 different program, then you need to have a medium to let them call. And this medium we call API. You must have an API to call your lambda function. You know what is an API? This application programming interface, when you have 2 different programs, and then you want to use an API to call another program, they want to talk to each other. Yeah, they want to understand what's an API. Okay, go to create API, right click, new tab. Just search for API. So inside the API gateway. You go inside the API gateway, you just browse through the few API here, this is API, WebSocket API, REST API. Okay, it's a REST API. REST API is the post, put, all this kind is called REST API. The 2, this is a private, this is a normal one, this is the 3rd one, this one is a normal one. And then the new API, the first thing is we need to put a name for our API. So I will put power of next API. So name for API. And then to change anything, just create an API. And then after you got this API, you scroll up a bit, you'll see a method. First we need to create a method for our API. Method. And then you will ask you to choose a method tag. Method tag is this one. You want to do a get, a put, post. So what is the method you want to do? We want to send something to our lambda function. We want to send the 2 and 3, 2 and 4. What's the method you want to use? put, put can, but not put normally they want to create a new resource or update resource, then they only use put. They got restriction one. So most safe is to use post. Yes. Post can do anything. Use post. Alright, and then post for this lambda function, I'm going to change. And then for this one you click. Then you'll see got a lot of lambda function here, but you got a name called power of max function. Just choose the power of max function. The other is the default lambda function you touch. We choose our own lambda function, power of max function. Then after choose your power of max function, then other thing don't need to touch, just create a method. And then we got one post here already. You can see a diagram here on this post, your client make a request, and then the request go to lambda doing something, and then go back to your response back to your client. Right. After you got this one, you click this one, this icon, this flash. Because some of the function must adhere only can come out. You need to enable this cross. Cross is a cross domain. Because when you use the API, if the domain is different, let's say just now we use the amplify. Amplify got domain name of amplify.com. And then lambda also is a different domain. So when a different domain want to talk to each other, you need to enable the header so it can cross the domain. If not, you can talk to each other. So for this one, you just enable cross. You don't need to do anything on the just click. This enable cross. And then you want to cross this post function. And then just save it. Then you will do all the cross, change the header, change all the header for you. And then you will want extra option here. I think already you can start deploy the API. Deploy the API, you come out this one out the stage. Then you just have a drop down list here, you open. New stage. Stage name, you just put a development here. So you can have a different stage for you to deploy the API. Now it's a development stage. Deploy. Then you start deploy. Success already deployed. After you have a stage, then you have this invoke URL. This invoke URL is later you can put inside your website. And then your website got this URL, invoke URL, you will directly invoke this lambda function. You will use this thing to go to your API, and then this API will call the lambda function. Then lambda function will do something. But before that, we need to test this API really can call our lambda function or not. So we go to test this one first. How to test? Go back to the source. Now we have the stage. We click back to the source. And then here. Test. See the test here. Test, and then bottom okay, we got a request body. Test, and then you scroll down to the bottom, we got a flag. This is how you can do a test case here. This test case is same as the start the lambda function using the JSON format. So the JSON format still remember how you put a JSON file. JSON format always start with a bracket. That's 2 power of 4. Finish your test case already, no? This is how you pass the 2 and 4 to your lambda function. Okay, test. See the bottom got a test button. Just test it. You get your result 16. Anyone cannot get 16? Yes, 16 means that our API now can call the lambda function. The lambda function return back to 16 for us. Okay, more success already, Alright, now our API can call the lambda function, lambda function return back the result for us. But we still like something here, is every time we call the lambda function will never save the result for us. Because every time call, it will just display. So what we want to do now is we want to save as somewhere so we can keep track all the results. But today we don't want to use the relational database already. Don't want to use MySQL, don't want to use the PostgreSQL. Today I introduce you to another one, non-relational database, DynamoDB. Okay. Go for DynamoDB. Alright, another one. This is for DynamoDB. It's a NoSQL database. You see a create table. Create table, and then we need to put a table in. This table name I will put power of max data. This one follow exactly the same because later I give you the code the same as this one. POMD capital. But you just follow also never mind later you change the code for this name, then can already the database name. How or max database? Alright, and then still remember the partition key and sort key. This is your primary key. The partition key can become a primary key, then you need to have a short key. If the partition key cannot become a primary key, then you need to have a short key. This one, I put a simple one, let's put ID. ID. You use the ID to become a primary key. Then before that, we use a default setting, but I want you to see this. When next time when you use DynamoDB, be careful of these two things. The read capacity and the write capacity is how they cost you. When your number bigger, then it will run faster, but it will cost you more. When this number lower, it will cost you less. This one you always can use the custom settings to change to 1. Then it will cost you lesser. But for now, okay, just go down, create a table. Very fast, instead of your MySQL, you use DynamoDB. You don't need to wait one. Your MySQL at least need to create 10 minutes. This one you create few seconds, done already. You can start using to save your data. Alright, no need to do anything here, later we come back, but you can click this one first. Power on maximum base, go inside. You will see now it's active now. You see a bunch after when we run the lambda function. So I will give you another code. It's called lambda final. This one. So this lambda final, you can copy the code. This here. This one, I have more code inside already. I will import another one. Instead of this JSON and max, I import another one called Boto3. Boto3 is a Python SDK. When you want to use the SDK for your database resource, then you need to use Boto3 for Python code. Boto3. And then import the time. I want to save the time in the DynamoDB as well. So how you call the DynamoDB inside of code? You just put that Boto3.resource, and then you put your resource you want to call. You want to call S3, and then just put S3 here, and then I put the variable here, DynamoDB. And then I use the DynamoDB.table, and then this is just now the DynamoDB table name. So if you did not follow my table name one, you just change that here. Power of max deliveries. Put in the table. And then this is the now time. This is just get the what is the time now. And then the lambda event is the same. Everything is the same. Max.power. And then extra is this thing. Now you can put your item inside your DynamoDB table. We use this table dot put item. So you can put item inside. Put item, and then the item inside. This is a primary key, and then I put my max inside my primary key, and then I put the time as well. This one you can auto create one. You see this one I don't have inside my DynamoDB. But when I call my DynamoDB put item, I can direct put the item inside here. Then you will create another field for me. This one will use the script time. This one ID already created. Then I return down already. Okay. Deploy. Okay, deploy button. And then if you want to change the test case or don't want to change the test case, also can. For now, I want to change the test case. I can make a test again, see this code working or not. Create a test. See, let it run. They give you the 8 again because our test case is 2 out of 3. So this one is 8 again, but this is just a JSON got down. What you need to check is the data really got go to your DynamoDB database or not. So we go back to this table here, power of max database. You see got one icon here called export table item. Okay, the export table item. You see the items here, return using a scan or query. Scan the entire table. And go down, you see your 8 inside here. This is just now the latest return time, so I know that when this data go inside, okay, it's here. So I now can save the data that generated by the lambda function. Anyone? No success? Cannot see the row? Scan again, you will see the result. Alright, everything looks success. Now we got the website, and then we got the API. API can call the lambda function. Lambda function, after doing something, can save the data at the DynamoDB. We got the final step. Our website and the lambda function still haven't been. So how to do that? I give you this final index file. This index file. Okay, the open first because you need to use your own API key. So this index file you can open with your business studio code or notepad also can. So you don't have to use notepad. the import URL. Copy the import URL, replace the text file inside. Then you just save it. Import URL, you copy your own import URL. You copy my one. Just delete the old one. And then you paste your own import URL. You use the API to call your lambda function. Just save it, save the file. And then how to update this? We go back to the amplifier. And then we need to upload this new index file. This new index file cannot directly drag inside on one. See, so you compress it. You don't need to now delete the old one. You just drag the new one. You will auto replace the new one. So just drag inside. Then no need to click submit also. You will start deploy already.
From beginning until now, still retrieving it for the other person that actually doesn't know. But sometimes it's a website do not refresh only. You always can go refresh your website. See this one topic as well. There you see, already successful. Use the website just now hang at there. Just refresh and then click your link. This is the slowest computer there. So you can test, click this button, and just put a 2 out of 8, something like that. And then click the calculate button. Okay, come on. This is a bot out, your result is 256. But I still need to go double confirm my DynamoDB from this data or so I go to the DynamoDB click the run button. 256 is here. So how DynamoDB charge you is this one. You need to consume. You click one time, you charge you one time. Servers, DynamoDB also is under servers. For those who already success, you can screenshot the website, this one.
together with this
看
one.
到啊，我已经
Okay already. You touch again lah.
不用担心，我已经差小
Never mind lah, very little only. Hold on ah. Tutorial 9 actually is a revision for tutorial 1 and tutorial 8. And tutorial 8, so the question is a paper one. You don't want to study tutorial 9 also same.
还没有，好问题。
Right, all done special already then we need to delete everything so we don't charge you money. So, delete the database Database, how to delete the database? Go to the table, and then select your power of max database, and then you see the delete button. Okay, delete. Delete all car wash, this one tick off, confirm. I don't take this one, I'll create the one, don't create anything. Delete. And then the confirm delete. By default already, check this delete car wash run for. Okay. API. Go for API. And then how to delete the API? Go back to API first. And then select your API. Okay, delete. This API. API here also. Delete. Start confirm. Lambda function here. They got a lot of function here. The default function is just choose our power of max function. Different one is a Python 3.12. All other is a 3.8. So action, delete now. Delete. Amplify. The amplify. I hear it. Action. Delete hand. Action. Delete hand.
没有就跑不过。